Hello, everybody. How y'all doing this evening? Arlene, good evening to you. Felicia, good evening to you. Harold, good evening to you as well. Billington, good evening. Miss Jackson, good evening. Oh, amen. She's got the bell on. Amen. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Miss Chapman, good evening to you as well. Lisa Robinson, how are you tonight? Robin Smith, good evening. Pittsburgh is in the house. I humbly bow to you, Rich. I humbly bow to you. Thanks for tuning in. Is that Mahogany? Good evening to you. Alicia, good evening to you. And my good friend, Spitting Fire, good evening to you as well. I see you on time tonight, Spitting Fire. She missed the last live that we did. Donna, good evening to you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Is that Cincinnati I see? And thank you kindly tuning in from Cincinnati. Glad to have you. Pretty saucy. Good evening to you. And I'm glad to be back. I am glad to be back. And I'm glad you all are glad that I am back. We're not going to keep you long tonight. We're going to be here about 30 minutes because I have another prior engagement that I must get to. Will apologize for last night. There was a gentleman that's coming on to discuss another case with me. It was a conflict in the scheduling, and so we decided we would cancel last night's show, and then him and I would get together at a later date and bring him on. But he has some important information to bring you about an 8-year-old girl that's been missing since March 4th of 2014. So hopefully within the next few days he will come on to the show and speak with us about the 8-year-old girl that's been missing and where we think she might be, and even if she is alive or if she's dead. Listen, before we get into the Malesh Davis custody case, normally when you have trials, you have witnesses and you have evidence. But when you're not letting the witnesses come and testify, then that tells me everything that I need to know about you, that you're guilty. If you haven't done anything wrong, Donald Trump, it shouldn't be a problem with witnesses coming to testify. Republicans, I don't know what the hell he has over them, no on them, but it's earthly impossible for every Republican to see Donald Trump as innocent. DeSwartzwick, I guess I pronounced his name correct, one of his legal team members, and I'm paraphrasing what he said yesterday. CNN has talked about it just about all day. Basically, Donald Trump can do whatever the hell he wants to do. He's president of the United States, even if it's connecting with foreign leaders, and even if it's illegal, if he feels he has to do it to win re-election, then he's done no harm. I swear to God, he said it. Maybe not in those words, but he said it. Everybody was shocked. I'm like, is he fucking serious? So now that we know from Trump's legal team that the president of the United States is above the law, why in the hell do we need a Congress? We don't need a Congress. If the president is above the law, we don't need a Congress. Anyone that does not vote to have witnesses, it tells me a lot about them. If Trump is innocent, bring him on. But you're making the Republican case, Democrats' case, weak and hard to prove. Because bluntly, he said last week, me and my people have the paperwork you need and the evidence, and you're not getting it. The Democrats should have stopped this from day one, but now it's out of hand, and he thinks he's untouchable. He's now threatening John Bolton not to release his book. If you haven't done anything wrong, Trump, then why do you keep holding people back that can testify and your people can prove they lying? It's simple. Trump is a criminal. Trump is a racist. Trump is a fool with a problem. Trump is a threat to the whole wide world. This is earthly ridiculous to have a trial going for 12 hours a day. You're tiring the American people out. That's your strategy. That's your strategy. And we shouldn't be in a fucking rush to end the trial. I don't care if it takes 5 or 6 months. Bring the witnesses on. What's the rush? I know you all can multitask. I know you can. You can do this trial and still tend to the country's business. But you worship the ground that Donald Trump walked on. Anyone that works for Donald Trump first has to be A, able to lie, and B, a crook, just like he is. As simple as that. Daily, he plays around on Twitter. I think last week he broke his record for 100 and some tweets in one day. When the fuck do he do the work that a president should be doing? Nothing about this man, says president. Nothing at all. We cannot let Trump continue to bully us and do what the hell he wants to do, go against the United States Constitution and threaten people because he sits in a seat and he thinks he's a dictator. He thinks he's God. He really thinks the presidency is about him, but it's not. People, stop sleeping with your eyes open, write your leaders, and remind them of two things. Trump is a crook, and this is an election season. And with that being said, good evening again to you all. Briefly, for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to saturate YouTube and Facebook with Malesh Davis. I'm doing that because it's time for Brittany Bowens to go to jail. It's as simple as that. I know the powers that be are protecting Brittany Bowens, but this has been going on for too long. And now you have this custody battle coming. Let me tell you all something who keeps coming on my page talking about how wonderful of a daddy Craig Davis is. Evidently, you hadn't saw the CPS report. You couldn't have. Because if you have read what I've read, you know one damn thing. He is not father knows best. As a matter of fact, he is not father. He didn't give a damn about Malesh Lynn Davis. He was beating her ass from the rising of the sun until the going down of the same. And now he wants custody. Nobody on Brittany Bowens' side, nobody on Craig Davis' side should have those kids. Because they're all a bunch of damn witches and demons. CPS and Judge Lopez, you fucked up. You got it wrong. You sent Malesh Lynn Davis back. And when you sent her back, you signed a death certificate. That's what you did. And now you're about to do it again. I cannot believe they are even thinking about letting anyone on either side get full custody of a child. These are killers. These are killers. That's all they are. But Craig Davis didn't kill him. He probably did. No, I'm going to say he did. Brittany Bowens did. But Craig Davis played a role in torturing Malesh Davis until the day she died. He did. It's in the report. He did. Darion Vance is not only trying to protect Brittany Bowens, he's got to protect his brother. He's got to protect other family members. Because there's a lot of people that they were not directly involved with Brittany Bowens killing Malesh, but they know what happened now because they got caught up in it and they still won't say shit. And some of them motherfuckers have the audacity to bring their super stupid, ignorant ass on my page and want to go off on me about Craig Davis. Fuck Craig Davis and fuck you. You all care more about protecting Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis than you care about getting Brittany Bowens' fat ass in a jail cell for killing her own damn child. Craig Davis don't want that child. He don't. He don't. This is a sorry motherfucker. Don't get mad at me, get mad at Craig. That's who you get mad at. Now he wants custody. Really? For what? To kill another child? CPS in 2015 and here recently have been falsifying government documents pertaining to children. The thing is, I'm to go out and inspect the home and make sure the child is okay. I need to physically lay eyes on the child. Well, I think her name was Robinson in 2015. She did that. She went out to investigate a case of child neglect and child abuse. And she falsified documents and said everything was fine. Everything was fine. The child looked wonderful. Well, a few days after everything being fine and the child looking wonderful, the child would be dead. This is serious when it comes to, it don't just have to be Malesh Lynn Davis. When it comes to a child, people, this is serious. You got to put your personal feelings aside. I don't give a damn if you're a family member or not. You have to put those feelings aside and think about the child that's dead. But you don't give a fuck. It's all about Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis. And now you got relatives coming in. They want to throw Malesh Lynn Davis a big bash for a birthday on February the 6th. Now they want to play relative knows best. Stop the fucking jokes. Stop the fucking jokes. You're the same motherfuckers that said, if we knew something was wrong with Malesh, we would have did something. We would have said something. I've said this 101 times. I probably said 101 more times. I don't guess her fractured wrist was a sign. Her arm being broke wasn't a sign. Missing days from school wasn't a sign. Visible marks on her body that you could see in the open, that wasn't a sign. Malesh Davis having to be rushed to the emergency room for head injury, and she's bleeding outside of her brain. The half of the skull had to be cut out to reduce the swelling. I guess that wasn't no fucking sign. That wasn't a sign. Y'all don't give a fuck about Malesh. You just want your 5 minutes of fame. You always wonder about who's making money off of Malesh. You motherfuckers are making money off of. Do y'all go and ask Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis and Brittany Bowens what the fuck they did with the money that they raised? No, come on now. If we're going to tell it, we're going to tell it all. Do y'all ever ask them what they did with the money? They didn't buy the child a casket. They didn't buy her a headstone. Because the woman that took care of that called me one day, emailed me first, told me what she was doing. I thought she was lying. Because at that particular time, I knew for a fact, or at least I thought I did, Malesh Davis already had a headstone. She didn't have one. I had to verify what the lady was telling me still. The next day, I called the company that was donating the headstone. He said, yeah, that's what's going on. Y'all ain't do a goddamn thing. You don't give a fuck about Malesh. Ask Craig Davis and Brittany Bowens with her multiple GoFundMe pages. What the fuck did y'all do with the money? What the fuck did y'all do with it? I know what you did. You motherfuckers went shopping. That's what you did. A child is dead. And they just floating through life, acting like everything is okay. Craig Davis, bitch ass, he wanted to go in the courtroom where they got cops at and got a man shackled down and grabbed him. Bitch, please. That's a whole move. You should have grabbed him when he told you allegedly that you couldn't see your daughter. That's when you should have grabbed him, motherfucker. That's when you should have grabbed him. You have to do what's right for the child. They walk around here with t-shirts with Maleah's picture on it. That don't mean a goddamn thing. She dead. If you'd have, I said it all the time, if you'd have had her in your heart, she wouldn't be on no damn t-shirt. Y'all playing a game with yourselves. That's what you are. It is my belief. This is not a fact. It's my belief. On April the 30th, hear me good. On April the 30th, sometime after 8 a.m., Brittany Autumn Bowens killed Malesh Lynn Davis in their apartment. Darion Vince was nowhere around. He came after the fact. He's a cleanup man. That's what he is. The cleanup man. He got something wrong in this, and he must pay for that. But as I always say, don't let him pay for something that he didn't do. He should speak up, but he's not. So I can't even worry about that. If some of you all would exert the energy that you're using to come at my black ass to try to help me get Brittany Bowens' black ass in jail, this case probably would have been solved a long time ago. Brittany Bowens killed Malesh Davis. Brittany Bowens did it. Watch this. Let me share something with you real quick. It's on my Injustice page. On July the 28th, 2018, Malesh Lynn Davis was brought into the hospital for lacerations on her head. August the 3rd, CPS was called for physical and abuse against the kids with Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis. Darion Vince's name does not appear in his CPS report. Darion Vince's name does not appear in his CPS report. It went on to say that while being in the custody of Darion Vince and Brittany Bowens, they both denied doing anything to Maleah. They do not know, they said, how the injuries occurred. Miss Williams investigating the case, the lacerations and the fracture to the left side of her face, still asked that the kids be returned home. And that's what Judge Lopez did. She sent Maleah back to die. And now the state of Texas is trying to do the same damn thing again with Maleah's stepbrother. I can't do it by myself, people. You got to speak up. You got to speak. I cannot fathom how they can even think about sending a child there. I can't fathom. I can't. Maleah Davis, had she lived, would be 5 years old on February the 6th. And a lot of people are acting just like they did when she was alive. She's being neglected and kicked to the damn curb. You all are fighting against me, fighting me for speaking against Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis. You make yourself look equal to them. You just super fucking stupid. You just as evil as them motherfuckers. You speaking from emotions because you're a relative or a close friend. I'm speaking from the goddamn law and from my heart. This is the whole goddamn circus y'all got going. All of you fucking crazy. Craig Davis, the day his daughter is getting ready to be buried in the back of a goddamn funeral home limousine, making a goddamn rap video. Craig, you know your daughter dead, right? You know we're going to the funeral home, right? There's no red carpet out there for your ass. You know that, right? Well, put the goddamn cell phone down, bitch, and man up. But he don't give a fuck about it. And now he want to play Father Knows Best. Bitch, please. Too many of our kids are being neglected at the hands of the ones who should be protecting them from stranger danger. I made a promise, and we're going to get out of here. I made the promise to Malesh Lynn Davis, and y'all hear me good. I made the promise to Malesh Lynn Davis. I said, as long as I live, your story will never die. And I'm going to make sure justice is served, or I'm going to die trying. You motherfuckers who don't like me on it, I don't give a fuck. You don't like what I said? Stay off my channel. Stay off of my page. You got to be super stupid your damn self. You don't like me and don't like what I said, and you think I'm lying. You keep listening to me. And the more you listen to me, the more I get paid. I don't give a fuck. That's you stupid. I got some people I can't stand them. I don't go on their YouTube channel. I don't go on their Facebook page because I don't like them. You giving your own self a headache coming over here because I made a maze board. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. Oh, well, it is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. A child is dead. People are lying about what happened to her. Nobody gives a fuck. It was impossible for Brittany Bowens to pull this off by herself. She pulled the murder off by herself. But moving the body from here to there were multiple people that played their role in moving the body from here to there. And in a minute, all you motherfuckers have to go to a courtroom. I don't give a fuck about the powers that be. The one thing I've learned about the powers that be, truth always wins over the powers that be. And I'm a little skinny post sap sucker that don't give a fuck about the powers that be. I do this all day, every day. Those that need to be exposed will be exposed. It's as simple as that. Y'all don't give a fuck about Malesh Davis. You don't. Now you love Malesh Davis. You don't give a fuck about Malesh Davis. And this one motherfucker, you ain't never met her. Never. A child don't know nothing but what you teach them. If you ever want to know why I won't shut my mouth, besides me telling you I made the promise to Malesh, go back and look at that still picture of Malesh Lynn Davis behind her stepfather, Darion Fence, getting ready to go into the apartment. She, being a child, don't know. She would never, ever walk out of that apartment alive again. Go look at that shit. Maybe you'll come on my goddamn side. Go look at that. And how she hesitated to go in. It's like she felt something. And she died. And Brittany Bowens had it orchestrated almost to the T that you saw only Darion Fence dumbass on the surveillance video. You don't find that odd? I told you this last week. That's not odd. You don't see her until she returns. Well, how the big bitch get out? She beat that child bad. She would starve that child. Every time I see a picture with Malesh Davis and Darion Vance, Malesh is like she's at Disney World. When she with Brittany Bowens or Craig, she's got this nervous look on her. But you have to come out and throw dirt on Darion Vance first, so they won't look at you. But you, through Malcolm X with the toupee, he molested her over and over again. Well, bitch, you didn't say nothing. You must have enjoyed watching him do it. Or was it you doing it? Or did it ever happen? Me personally, I don't think it happened. I don't think it happened. But that's how they play the game. Let me start throwing dirt on. Darion Vance didn't know what the fuck was going on. He had already been written in this chapter, and he didn't know. Brittany Bowens knew it, but Craig Davis didn't know. Darion Vance didn't know it. This was premeditated. This was premeditated. When the doctor said Malesh Lynn Davis had a previous head injury that was not reported, in my mind, that's premeditated murder right there. These people shouldn't be allowed to parent a goddamn dog, not to mention a human. Malesh Lynn Davis is dead. So many people are speaking for Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis. Very few people are speaking for Malesh Lynn Davis. Mainstream media done kicked it to the curb. It may be some YouTubers still talking about it, but not as much as I'm talking about it. And I'm going to talk about it until that big bitch go to jail. And all those that played a role in torturing Malesh, y'all ain't free. Listen to me. All of y'all that played a role in torturing Malesh Lynn Davis until the time she died, oh, y'all got to come too. You think y'all have done the perfect murder. It's all over. All willy nilly. And if it's true this big bitch Brittany is pregnant, the state should immediately sign a goddamn order. As soon as you push out, we take out. She's a killer. Brittany Bowens. My belief on April 30th, sometime after 8 a.m., your daughter's life came to an end at the hands of you. The neighbors say y'all argued the night before. Early that morning you argued. Then she heard a thump. Craig Davis, Brittany Bowens, whoever else should not be allowed to have custody of that boy. Should not. Somebody said she's pregnant. If she's pregnant, they should take it. They should take it. My. She found time to fuck again and her child dead. And we still don't know who did it. Or do we? I think we do. I know we do. There's no statute of limitations on murder. When y'all see Brittany, those of you on this site for Brittany yourself, make sure there's no statute of limitation on murder. I just saw a show the other day, 15 years later, when they knocked on somebody's door and said, "Let's go, you killed your child." Tell me, well, prove to me that she did it. Well, you prove to me that the big bitch didn't do it. I'm waiting. You can't. You're protecting a killer. And Houston Police Department, here's a message. You can't catch a killer if you ain't looking for one. Message. I got to get out of here. I'm late for an engagement. I love you guys. We'll come back next week with an hour show. We're also going to be speaking about Alicia Wood, the 8-year-old girl who went missing in Washington on March 1st and hasn't been seen from since. If you think this case is disturbing, wait till we bring you this. This will blow your mind. This will literally blow your mind. A mother who's acting like everything is fine. Everything is fine. And she is the one that gave her child to a stranger. Or was he a stranger? I thank you all for joining in tonight. I love you big time. It's good to be back. That's it. I'm done for the night. I got to get out of here. Spitting Fire, I need to talk with you on the issue we spoke about the other day. But if y'all can, on February the 6th, mark that date down. That's Malesh Lynn Davis Day. Let's make that Malesh Lynn Davis social media day. Let's post nothing but things about Malesh Lynn Davis. I don't give a damn if Trump been shot. Don't post nothing. On February the 6th, we're gonna claim that Malesh Lynn Davis social media day. Post nothing but pictures of Malesh Lynn Davis. And I know some of y'all don't like the pictures I put out the other day of her head being bandaged up and swole and how her face looked. It angers some of you all. And since it did that, you know what? I proved my point. I want you to get angry because this is reality. I want you to get so goddamn angry that you come aboard and we all start digging to get Brittany ass locked up. I had to show them to you because I had to show it to CPS and Judge Lopez and the police officers. This is how Malesh Lynn Davis looked when she was under the care of Brittany Bowens and Craig Davis. And y'all have the audacity to say, I'm going to send another one back and kill that one too. I love you guys. I'm not always right, and you are not always wrong. Be it the Lord willing, we will do this again. Don't forget, February 6th is going to be Malesh Lynn Davis Social Media Day. If you're going to do that, even when it goes off, all I need you to do is put in there, just say Malesh Lynn Davis Social Media Day. Let me know that you're going to participate in what we're doing for Malesh Lynn Davis. No one is speaking for her. Very few people care. They don't give a damn. She's still being neglected, even in her death. And the ones that are now trying to throw a party for, she dead. She dead. You going by Kate? She dead. You should have done that shit several years ago. It's too late now. It's too late. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.